doctors give medical opinions about the use of alcohol to prevent the spread of the virus. Volunteers in Penang enjoy reunion meal with care recipients to celebrate the New Year. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Maggie Tsai. Thank you for joining us. As novel coronavirus continues to spread globally, more people are using alcohol to sanitize areas. There are a lot of different sayings on the internet regarding alcohol. Some people say that it can only kill bacteria, not virus. What is the truth? Let's hear from the doctors.
To prevent the spread of the novel coronavirus, people have bought alcohol and other medical appliances from the pharmacy. However, there's a saying that alcohol can only kill the bacteria, not the virus. Is that true?
To most bacteria and some viruses, it can sterilize. Coronavirus is a lipophilic virus, so alcohol has an effect on it. Virus without file envelopes, such as antivirus and norovirus, cannot be prevented using alcohol.
To sanitize the entire house, alcohol is much needed. There's alcohol of different percentage, 75% or 95%. Doctors said that 75% alcohol is good enough, as higher percentage might not be more effective. In addition, do not spray the alcohol, wipe it instead.
We can spray alcohol on those disposable napkins and use them to cover things. If we directly spray alcohol on things, we might spread the virus to other places during the spraying process.
To prevent catching virus, one can buy dry hand wash that contains alcohol. They're easy to carry, and using it can protect ourselves as well as other people.
Novel coronavirus is spreading globally, and people in Taiwan are wearing masks when they go out. However, when is the right occasion to wear a mask? What are the right steps to wear a mask? Let's find out in our next report.
During the Lunar New Year holidays, there are a lot of people at Ximending. Looking closely, one sees that almost everyone is wearing a mask.
I wear it when I go out. The air pollution is serious, plus the spread of the virus.
I wear it when I go to public places.
In the past, I did not wear a mask when going out, but I do now because I'm afraid of the coronavirus.
Since the public has awareness, they take the initiative to protect themselves. Taiwan Centers for Disease Control points out the right occasion to wear masks.
People with chronic diseases can wear masks to protect themselves. Those with symptoms must wear masks and not spread the disease. Beware of ventilation. When you are in a crowded, closed space, we suggest you wear a mask. When you are at a place with the risk of contamination, wear a mask.
There are 50 masks in a box in our stock. Since there is an emergency need for it, we will allow each person to buy 3 masks. We will sell the masks separately.
The factory is speeding up its workforce to ensure people can buy masks. One also has to learn the correct way to wear masks. There are 4 steps. First, the colored side is outside. Place the iron plate in the middle of the nose and press it down. Ensure the mask sticks to the nose and cheeks. After taking it off, do not touch the outside of the mask to avoid contact with bacteria. As novel coronavirus is spreading globally, masks have become a necessity. It is important to wear a mask correctly at the right occasion.
In response to the novel coronavirus outbreak, DaAi News launched a series of special reports. Through Dharma Master Cheng Yen's teachings in the past and the present, we look back at how Taiwan fought SARS in 2003 and how we should face the novel coronavirus. As the epidemic raised worldwide alarm, we believe that through medical care and social warmth, we will be safe from disasters.
...2003年那一年SARS 算来回顾过来啦，就是16、17年前，台湾谈SARS社变，和平医院封院那个时候慈济人从5月间到6月间开始。不断大家动员。慈济服务中心你好。 虽然是很可怕，但是假如我们对它呢有谦卑敬畏，嘎嘎的过后，我们在这个时候，大家呢要赶快呢把心平静下来，才能有智慧呢去防范。
对，手上拿护照的那个先生。
病从口入，甲野生的动物引起的感染，这些被杀的动物累积起来，就是成了众生共业。我们现在应该大家呢，要共同一念哈，祈求平安，不管任何宗教，要祈求要先尊重生命，爱，祝福的力量真的很大，被祝福的是最有福。要相信那一念的虔诚的心哦，共汇合起来的力量真大。感恩、尊重生命、爱，那好敬无争来做后业。
Tzu Chi volunteer Xu Shuyuan received the news that he is matched to a bone marrow recipient, making him feel very happy. When he was born, he had a heart problem and almost died. Luckily, he was saved in Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital, and now, 31 years later, he reciprocated the love and saved a patient's life. 31-year-old Xu Shuyuan works in an electroplating factory. He is a diligent and responsible worker.
I'm connecting the electricity to the plate.
He is timid, but he has a compassionate heart. He has been a documenting volunteer as well as cooking volunteer. Last July, he received news that he was a bone marrow match, which made him extremely joyful.
It shouldn't be real, right? I will be truly happy after the advanced matching.
His company supports him fully and gave him official leaves.
When he told us, we gave him an official break right away because it's not easy to find a matching receiver.
In September, he completed bone marrow donation at Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital. His aunt was by his side as well as a Tzu Chi volunteer. She recalled that when Xu Shuyuan was a newborn, he almost died.
He was also saved in Hualien when he was just born. He had a hole in his heart valve. We are grateful that he has such an opportunity to give back.
My dad rode a scooter and my mom held me as they rushed me into the hospital. That's how they found out.
His father rode the scooter for 8 hours to go to Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital from Taichung. Through an operation, he was finally saved. 31 years later, he didn't imagine that he could have a chance to return to Hualien to save others.
I carried a heart to give back to save others. It's something I should do.
Tzu Chi volunteer Zhang Zhongming also donated bone marrow 15 years ago. He accompanied Xu Shuyuan and hoped that this cycle of love can continue. To welcome the Lunar New Year, a Tzu Chi volunteer in Penang, Malaysia took time to deliver food for a care recipient family. He feels fortunate to have the chance to be with them and share this warm familial feeling over the holiday.
I'm going to get food for Tzu Chi brother Lang God Su and Su Wen. They have said this morning not to buy anything because it's hard to find open vendors on Lunar New Year's Eve. They don't have anything here. They haven't started. There must be some up ahead. Each year on Lunar New Year's Eve, it's hard to get food, but I tell them it's convenient for me. There are vendors open near me. I don't let them know I have to go far to buy it. I've told my wife if we can't buy any food, we'll go home and cook our own rice flour noodles to give them. Today, my main purpose was to see the care recipient, Tzu Chi. I wanted to accompany them on Lunar New Year's Eve. They spend it alone. This is what I do each year. Have been for about the past 2 or 3 years. The first year that I started, it came up that 2 of them would be alone and no one would come to see them. I'm thankful that they are giving me this opportunity, this chance at karma. Accompanying them on Lunar New Year's Eve gives us that chance to talk and brings us closer together with some feeling. I think that we can be a big family and have some interaction. This care recipient was a tailor who had a stroke, had to lay for a long time, and her back rotted away. We needed a doctor or a nurse to clean it. That's how I came into contact with this care recipient. I had to go to work today, so it would have been too late if I changed my clothes. I'm afraid it will delay his time. I know Tzu Chi starts at 7 o'clock to prepare food for his wife, so I quickly went to buy food for him to eat, so as not to delay his time. We just do our part, yes? I have a reunion dinner myself, but it's okay. I can postpone it a little bit until I'm finished here and go back to reunion dinner. It's the same, but I'm so much more happy here. My wish is for Lim Tzu Chi to take good care of himself so he can take good care of his wife.
During the Lunar New Year holiday, most people use their time to accompany family members. However, a group of Tzu Chi volunteers use this vacation time to make visits to other members of the Tzu Chi family, bringing them blessings.
Tzu Chi members have formed a choral which appeared at the home of a member of the Dharma family. They sang New Year's songs and Jingsa songs.
我记得呢，我从16岁就认识慈济，2年过后，陈老师，我的声乐老师。
I remember becoming aware of Tzu Chi when I was 16. 2 years later, Mr. Chen, the choir teacher, formed the New Year's visitation group. Before, we had to take buses to different stops, visiting care recipients and the homes of Tzu Chi brothers and sisters.
这么多年来，大家从黑发唱到白发，白发唱到银发，可是都不间断。
So from then till now, I haven't stopped. I didn't want Tzu Chi brothers and sisters to work so hard this year, as over so many years, many people's hair has turned white and then gray. This year, I picked the Great Sutra Treasury, and it's easy to tell Tzu Chi's events from this year. So it's 30 minutes of the video to give the brothers and sisters a rest, and then a song to interact, and then we go to another home.
They were joined by a colleague from the Tzu Chi Australia chapter, Cheng Yen, who resolutely inherited her mother's work with this New Year's choir after her mother passed away.
My mom is still next to me. She still accompanies us and will forever be with me. Our hearts are together, and though she left us, which has been a sad and difficult road, but we have gradually received love from others to help. My mother taught us much and will pass that on to our children. We hope that our mother's love will continue forever.
We have always joined this event. This event is her mother's plan. We all came back on the second day of the Lunar New Year holiday to spend it with Tzu Chi. If Mom says to come, we simply come.
On the second and third day of the Lunar New Year holiday, this event was very meaningful. First of all, we can all make good connections with others. Second, we can give blessings to each family, and we can use it to help more people who need help. What charitable works we do, we can give back to the world. We want to make the world peaceful and also bless our families and keep them healthy and safe.
It's not easy to maintain tradition, as many hope this Lunar New Year choir will continue to exist in the future, bring more people love and blessings in the new year.
Taiwan Tzu Chi care recipient 38-year-old Mr. Gu suffers from multiple illnesses. Team Dr. Taiwan and Tzu Chi volunteer went to his house to care for him, as well as bring him some rehabilitation tools so that he can do some simple exercises at home. They hope that he can regain his strength and health soon. Although he's walking unstably, every time volunteers come, Mr. Wu insisted to pick them up downstairs.
My advice to you is to get an umbrella to support you. Otherwise, your knees, which were operated on once, have blood vessels that were more fragile.
38-year-old Mr. Wu is 185 centimeters tall, but his body condition worsened 3 years ago. First, he had a stroke in his leg, and then he had a heart operation due to heart disease, and he also has kidney failure.
I can't detoxify and get my urine out. All the toxins keep coming out from inside. All these areas are like this. Now my chest is more serious. It used to be just here, but now it goes all the way here.
He's only in his 30s, but he has suffered from many illnesses, which has made him very depressed.
He has been like this for I don't know how long. He's probably closing himself up a bit.
He often needs to undergo surgery for his heart or leg. I often heard of him going to the hospital again and again, and I feel sad for him.
Volunteers have been accompanying him and also invited the team doctor to care for him at his house.
Put your fingers together. If there is a space, that means some muscles disappeared. Lift your leg like this. Hopefully, through our encouragement, he can learn to love his body with simple methods.
The
doctor brought some simple rehabilitation tools, as well as using the chair to teach him some simple exercises.
I tried my best to do exercises and rehabilitation so I can grow my muscles.
Mr. Gu lives alone and feels helpless, suffering from illnesses. Fortunately, Tzu Chi volunteers reach out to care for him and hope that he will not feel lonely again. Jordan has the third largest number of Syrian refugees, receiving $1.4 billion in aid from the international community in 2016. 25% of local citizens live below the poverty line, with the unemployment rate continuing to rise. Tzu Chi Jordan chapters allocated medical resources to help refugees get help from local doctors.
This is Huiya in Mafraq province, which is less than 6 kilometers from the Syrian border. There is a large family here that originally numbered more than 700 in Syria on 3 large farms. When they fled here, there were only 200 people left.
Everywhere is dust and they have no shoes as temperatures dip to 8 degrees. It's hard to see anyone smiling. Entering the world's second largest refugee camp, which has 77,000 people, and there are a few containers placed together housing 7 families. Medical service is free, but they often lack doctors. There's also no emergency service or surgery. It's also hard to see a dentist.
There is no doctor here to do the procedure. We have to go to a clinic in another area. They ask us to come here to see a doctor.
The doctor gave me medicine, but in 3 weeks, we did not get better. The doctor should be here on Tuesday. but he didn't come.
Because of this, the suffering of refugees continues.
This country lacks natural resources such as water and energy. Also, neighboring countries such as Syria and Iraq frequently cause agitation.
There is more of a need to care for Syrian people in Jordan than local citizens. I have personally encountered many sick Jordan people who can't pay their medical fees.
1 in 4 Jordanians live below the poverty line. The unemployment rate in 2014 was 11% and has climbed to 19% in 2019.
Did you go? You have appointment, doctor there?
General poverty leads to lack of funding for charitable organizations to fund medical cases, with Tzu Chi's Jordan chapter providing a helping hand.
اتصلوا فينا بعد شهر.
About a month ago, Tzu Chi staff called me and asked if there was anyone who registered in need of dentures. He also asked me to find another doctor I can trust to do dentures.
جبنا فني مختبر وسوينا الأطقم.
ما لقيت كنت بدي أركب.
Before, nobody would help me. All of my money was sent back to my children in Syria. The remaining money was for living expense, as I had nothing for dentures.
It was hard for me to eat. I could only have liquids. Now it is different, as yes, I can eat apples, carrots, and nuts.
After careful evaluations by local doctors, funding is provided, and 8 refugees were able to have a full set of dentures. It's a good first step in providing aid.
People who need help come here. I am willing to help those from other countries with this matter. People in Jordan always have been willing to help others.
You do a little, and we do a little, and others do a little. Everyone gives a little, and we can succeed.
I want a low profit and to help everybody.
In 2020, Tzu Chi Jordan chapter plans to sign a cooperative contract with UNHCR to alleviate poverty and illness. This shows that the circle of trust and kindness between Jordan, Syria, and Taiwan continues to expand.
Tzu Chi brothers and sisters around the world want to care for others, so I have no doubt or concern that we can achieve this.
Hualien County government provided free masks to passengers to help them stay healthy. Take a look and see you next time.